In the immortal words of Marilyn Monroe, give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. But with these pumped up kicks you're about to see, you can conquer the world in style. Sneakerheads and shoe addicts, I dare you not to drool over these 10 most unique shoes on the planet. What's up, fanatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stick around because our number one pick is exactly what you'll get when a Croc and a sneaker had a baby. Let's hit the runway with these crazy kicks. Number 10, Nike Mag Self-Lacing Shoes. If you're anything like me, I bet when you first saw Back to the Future 2, you probably dreamt of having your own self-tying shoes too. And guess what? Almost 3 decades after the movie was released, our Marty McFly dreams have finally become a reality.
Nice.
And you bet there's no better model than Michael J. Fox himself.
Are those the shoes?
These are the Air Mags, the Nike Mags.
The Nike Mag is made to be the exact replica of the kicks featured in the movie when Marty McFly traveled to 2015. The design was made to eliminate an athlete's tendencies to hurt their feet when they tie their shoes too tight.
Yeah, so the lace engine runs and it basically pulls on the fit system, and that's the sound you're hearing. And the lace engine is close to the bottom of the shoe.
That sounds so satisfying. Back in 2016, Nike produced the Air Mags in limited quantities and only made it available for purchase through a lottery, making it one of the most highly coveted sneakers in the world. But what's truly remarkable is that all proceeds from the limited sale, a whopping $6.75 million in total, went to the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Disease Research. If you want to score your own pair of the consumer version of it called Hyper Adapt, a pair will set you back $350. BRB, adding it to my Christmas wish list. Keep watching because our number one pick will either make your jaw drop in amazement or make your eyes roll in disgust. There's no in between. Number 9, Energetic Pass. A new walking experience. That's what Israeli designer Neda Sorek wanted to give heel-wearing women when she came up with these eerily beautiful 3D printed pumps. Dubbed the Energetic Pass, Sorek crafted 2 pairs of shoes featuring different heels, one with the classic heel and the other a platform heel. Inspired by the natural structure and movement of the foot in different positions, she made them look like the sinewy texture of muscle fibers. The heels are designed to absorb weight and pressure just like a spring, giving the wearer a unique bounce with every step. What say you, ladies? Yay or nay?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Number 8, Goat Hair Loafers. From Chewbacca to Trump's toupee, this pair of slip-ons have been called many names. What's even wackier? These fuzzy footwear were made by Italian luxury brand Gucci. During the 2016 Milan Fashion Week, the fashion world went bananas when Alessandro Michele debuted his runway collection for Gucci with models strutting down the runway in these Shih Tzu-like footwear called Princetown Horsebit Slippers. But no matter how much the internet loved hating this couture version of Cousin It from the Addams Family, the Princetown slippers quickly sold out despite the hefty $1,800 price tag. Number 7, Tentacular Heels. Category is Under the Sea Realness.
Your paella is showing.
Ursula will absolutely gag at this pair of heels called the Polypotus, helmed by Filipino shoe designer Kermit Tesoro. When worn, these ocean-colored pumps literally look like tentacles wrapped around your feet. But the Polypotus is actually just one of Tesoro's fantastical creations. He admits that his over-the-top avant-garde style is not really for everyone, but rather for the brave souls who have a penchant for the weird and bizarre, like, say, Lady Gaga, who's actually one of Tesoro's A-list clients. Number 6. Invisible shoes. Now you see it, now you don't.
Wow! Wonderstone has disappeared.
If you want to feel like a chameleon, then try these camouflaging shoes on for size. Brazilian designer Andrea Chavez showcased her invisible shoe at the 2011 Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week in collaboration with renowned designer Hervé Leger. But although you technically can still see it, these pumps have a mirrored shell that plays with the concepts of reflection and immersion. For Chavez, the innovative design goes beyond its primary function, where protecting the foot also meant making it blend into its environment. But you know what would really complete your look? The invisibility cloak, of course. Whoa. Number 5. Madonna shoes. Look at this pair of shoes. What do they remind you of? Why, it's the queen of pop in footwear form. These Madonna-inspired pointed-toe shoes came from the creative mind of Israeli designer Kobe Levi. Complete with a braided ponytail on the collar and a wireless mic for a strap, the shoe harkens back to the Material Girl's iconic 1990 Blonde Ambition tour. Kobe says he's always taken a tongue-in-cheek approach to his designs, taking inspiration from everyday mundane things and turning them into fun, wearable art, like a piece of gum.
There's the shoe that steps on the chewing gum and freeze that motion of the chewing gum stretched out from the floor to the heel, and it's become a high-heel shoe technically, but basically it's a sneaker.
Number 4. Armadillo boots. These boots are definitely not made for walking. In fact, it was reported that some models backed out of a fashion show because they refused to walk down the catwalk on these heels from hell. But despite all the controversy, these armadillo boots became one of the late Alexander McQueen's most enduring legacies in the world of fashion. The shoes debuted at McQueen's final show entitled Plato's Atlantis, where the designer was applauded for breaking the mold of conventional shoemaking and putting an otherworldly spin to
The new
it.
silhouette that he created was really spectacular. An alien form emerges onto the catwalk with most extraordinarily beautiful outfits, back-combed hair, but walking on these towering armadillo shoes.
Handcrafted in Italy from wood and python skin, the 12-inch high armadillo boots combined the elegance of ballerina point shoes with the fierceness of an animal claw. Both grotesque and whimsical, it's signature McQueen. Number 3. 12 shoes for 12 lovers. Chilean-born New York-based artist Sebastian Errázuriz has had a number of exes during his lifetime, but instead of being bitter about his exes, he turned his heartbreak into inspiration.
This has to end.
In his collaboration with Brazilian shoe brand Melissa, Sebastian created 12 different shoes influenced by 12 of his past lovers.
So I started going back, trying to remember different exes that had been important and trying to write down little stories. The little stories then derived into ideas, into concepts, and those concepts went into sketches.
For instance, Jet Setter Jessica is a glossy red-hot pair of shoes with an airplane for heels. Then there's Ice Queen Sophie, who is depicted with long frosty glaciers adorning its soles. But we're really dying to know how Gold Digger Allison reacted when she saw the pair created in her honor. 2. Scary, beautiful heels. Just when we thought footwear couldn't get any darker, here comes this pair of shoes that look like a walking nightmare. First of all, how do you even wear these stilt-like boots? And second, how are you supposed to walk in them? But those are exactly what South African designer Leonie van der Pfeiffer seeks to defy with her creation called Scary Beautiful, serving as a commentary to the unrealistic beauty standards women have suffered throughout history. The shoes feature sky-high heels placed in front instead of the back, and the wearer assumes an unnatural, distorted stance when walking, making her look like a hunched-over humanoid creature.
All
also the effects of the high heel becomes so loud that it becomes scary. So now her legs are not just flexing, they are like animals, they're beastly.
I have to say, it's like macabre poetry in motion, quite evocative, no? Before we go to our number one pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content, and of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1. Yeezy Foam Runner. Our number one pick is proof that Kanye West can sell anything. Yeezy, the rapper's shoe line in collaboration with Adidas, started teasing the foam runner back in 2019. First seen on his daughter, Northwest, the clog-like kicks began creating buzz in the sneaker world, but not for the best reasons because, well, they look like glorified Crocs. The internet wasn't kind to these alien-looking sneakers, and people were definitely not shy in expressing it, even calling it the Croc that went to private school. Despite all the flack, the Yeezy Foam Runner, which is made of a blend of harvested algae and EVA foam, pushed through its surprise launch in June 2020. It retailed for $75, and much to everyone's surprise, the hideous high-fashion sandals sold out immediately. And even more shocking, the early adopters seem to be digging it.
$75, this is worth it.
Get it, I do. I totally understand the hate, but man, I love this shoe.
It's still a hard pass for me. Thank you very much. So, are you bold enough to wear any one of these pairs? If so, which one floats your boat? Let us know in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? You know what would go well with these shoes? Elaborate costumes! So go ahead and check out our countdown of the 10 costumes that take cosplay to the next level. Till then, stay quirky, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.